Hey there, guys, Darker. Welcome back from some more Fate Stay Night. In the last one, we had a giant fight against Berserker, and that's over now. So, yeah, I think everything with Ilya and Berserker is over. Although that was, not necessarily dissatisfying. I just don't really remember it just didn't leave much of an beating a Berserker did. But what? Why am I being buzzed at? Oh, I'm being sent a post on Instagram. Okay. Um, I don't remember what happened to Ilya. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely don't. It's been like a week or two since I last recorded, so I'm a little out of it. But let's just get into it. I wake up. Astute observation, Shiro. We escaped Ilya's forest and came back to this house yesterday afternoon. Tosaka went back to her room, saying that saying that the wound in her stomach. Iris, what are you doing? My dog's just trying to is touching cords. Tosaka went back to her room, saying that the wound in her stomach was hurting. I also wanted to go to sleep since my headache was still around. It must also have been because I carried something heavy all the way here. When I got to my room and lay down, I couldn't even get back up. Saber was the only one unhurt, so Tosaka and I went to sleep, letting her watch over the house, and I've slept half the day, huh? At least it seems my headache is gone now. I'm relieved. The thing with Berserker, my headache that started when I duplicated Saber's sword was terrible. If that headache continued, my head would have broken before my body did. Wait. Huh? Saber is sitting Japanese style beside my futon. Saber? Why the sad face? Did something happen while I was asleep? No, I just had a dream. No, it is nothing important. Let us eat breakfast, Shiro. It is almost time to get up. Saber gets up and leaves the room quietly. That's really awkward. I don't know why Saber's acting so weird. I don't know, but I guess she was nursing me since she was sitting by my futon. Don't show the full image. Oh, guys, I need to talk about this. This is the funniest thing ever. So I put up the Henty episode recently, and it has 92 views, or 90, it's in the 90s. Last time I checked was a few days ago, and it was at 92 views. And it has likes on the video, even though I cut out all the Henty stuff. But I just think it's hilarious that it's the first couple have over 100, and then, after that, they all range from anywhere from 5 to 30, something like that. But then the Henty one comes and just triples the views. And that's just so funny to me. As soon as I think so, I recall the scene I really shouldn't remember. No, what am I thinking? Don't think about it. I shake my head and clear the thoughts out of my head. I did it with Saber because I'm her master. I have to think like that or I won't be able to look at her properly. The situation was that bad, and Tosaka did it too. Hold on. This won't end if I start being conscious of Tosaka too. Stay calm. Acting normal on our way home yesterday. That should be fine. Well, no, I was just too tired yesterday, but stay calm anyways. First of all, Saber will be troubled if I act like this. Alright, I have to calm down and go make breakfast. I take a deep breath and start changing. It's 9 in the morning. Saber must be really hungry, as we haven't eaten since yesterday afternoon. I guess you can't call it morning now that it's past Mother, what the? I guess it's not really morning even though it's past 9. Get out of here. I don't even get done with my morning workouts until past 9. You can't be saying that's not morning anymore. Considering Saber, I'll make a fairly large meal. Shiro, we are the only ones this morning. Should we not wake up Rin? No, they should sleep, right? It was a hard day yesterday, so there's no need to wake them up. They can eat whenever they want to if we leave their meals out. I see. Then it'll be helpful if you can start preparing soon. It is already late. I know. I feel weird, so let's go out to the dojo after the meal. What? Go to the dojo? Are you still going to continue your training? Why not? It's a daily routine, right? What's wrong, Saber? Did I say something strange? No, I selfishly thought that you were done with your training. I thought there was no reason for you to be so desperate now that Berserker's defeated. I see. When you put it like that, you may be right. Tosaka and Saber and I, our common enemy is now gone. Yeah, but to be fair, so is Tosaka's servant. She's essentially out of the war, unless she... I mean, she could kill Shiro and then take Saber, but I don't think Saber would ever agree to that. Who's even left? We have Lancer, Assassin, and Caster. And Saber, of course, so there's only 4 of us left. Huh. We cooperated because we were targeted by an enemy superior to us. That's why I trained as well. But we'll continue our training. I'm still inexperienced, and you're honest when you hold your sword. That's a big help for me when I talk to you. Well, when I say it's a help, I mean it's fun. I am honest in the dojo? You are. At least you're not hesitant. That's better for me, and I think it's relaxing for you as well. Anyways, fighting with you is my daily routine. Don't take away the few pleasures I have. I take ground beef and pork, mushroom, onion, and eggs out of the refrigerator and head to the kitchen. You know, this might be a weird thing. Like, whenever I'm writing, like, I was literally writing a scene today where characters are sitting down and eating dinner. And, like, I don't know what it is. For some reason, when I'm reading food scenes, like, scenes of people, like, eating and describing the food that they're eating, like, it's so good. Like, this might be a weird thought. I don't know if I've talked about this before. I probably have. But in the Sword Art Online... Why did I reach over? Okay, guys. In, like, out here, as I was, like, talking about it, I, like, looked over at my bookshelf, and I just reached over and grabbed one of the light novels off of the shelf, and I was just holding it up looking at it. For no reason. Look at me go. Anyways, and here, like, low-key, he has some great... I've definitely talked about this before, but whatever, it's been a long time. He has great syntax, especially when he's talking about food. At least if I'm remembering correctly, because I remember, like, being in, like, middle school, high school, and reading a couple of those, like, scenes where they were eating, and I was like, gosh darn it, now I'm hungry, and I just had lunch. But then, like, whenever it comes to me, and it's time for me to write, like, a food scene, even though, like, I enjoy reading them so much, I'm like, yeah, they just had, like, some soup, and some, you know, like, grilled chicken, and it was good. I don't actually say that, I just, like, quickly, like, here's what they're eating, don't go into too much detail about it, and then I just move on. I'm just not good at writing, like, what things taste like, you know? Anyways, let's get back to this. I'll also need breadcrumbs, alcohol, salad oil, and... in that case, I have no objections. Saber remembers something in the living room. I'm already in the kitchen, so I unfortunately couldn't hear her. Oh? I start mixing. I mix onion, breadcrumbs... Oh, dude, breadcrumbs on things. It's so good. Alcohol, eggs, and salt, and put it in with the beef and pork. I've decided to cook Japanese-style hamburger for breakfast. Rin, have you awoken? I can hear Saber's voice from the living room. Tosaka. I turn around while cooking. Morning. Sorry. Let me have some milk, Shiro. Tosaka comes over with an unhappy face and takes some milk out of the refrigerator. My head hurts from sleeping too much. Hey, you sure are putting a lot of effort into breakfast. Where did that bad mood from earlier go? Tosaka Rin's eyes gleam as soon as she turns to me. Wow, that looks good! I'm hungry, so that's really helpful. I see, but you're the one that benefits, not me. This must be what my father said. For someone to benefit, someone must lose. I've thought so for a while, but you're pretty sharp. Oh, I'm only normally witted, so prepare some for me too. Waving her hand, Tosaka returns to the living room. With a glass of milk in one hand, she takes position at the table. No, should I say she's really relaxing or acting like royalty? You're acting quite lazily, Rin. All the way to go... Alright, way to go, Saber. She sure is good at saying difficult things, but... Tosaka waves off Saber's criticism lazily, like she doesn't care. Of course I'm getting lazy. Now that Berserker's gone, all that's left are Caster, Lancer, and Assassin, right? They aren't much compared to Berserker, and they can easily be fought off in Saber's present condition. I do not know. Lancer's master is still a mystery, and Assassin is not an enemy that can be defeated by ordinary methods. And we've not even met Caster yet. Don't be modest. A normal hero is an easy opponent for King Arthur, right? You were grieving because you didn't have enough magical energy, but that's solved now. There's no servant now that can match you, Saber. Saber narrows her eyes at Tosaka's words. I feel the same way. The thing Tosaka just said can't be ignored lightly. Tosaka, you knew who Saber was? Vaguely. I only confirmed it yesterday. There's only one hero who can use such a holy sword. Well, I was surprised that the legendary King Arthur is a girl, but if the real thing is in front of me, all I can do is believe it. And legends usually are conventionally altered, right? I don't know if Saber hid it or the people around her hid it, but it certainly wasn't convenient for a girl to be a king in the medieval times. Of course, they treat her as a man. Tosaka has the same tone of voice as always. Saber doesn't seem to care that much either. She rather seems to be agreeing with Tosaka's opinion, and shows no sign of denying anything. So she has clearly admitted that it's true. The hero-related sword is chosen for the servant Saber. From that perspective, she is certainly the best Saber there could be. The great hero of England. The bearer of the holy sword that everybody even in this distant country has heard of. But if that's the case, then what? The end of the legend of King Arthur ends with the king's death. No, they are still human even if they are heroes. It's only natural for their last moment to end in death, but no hero dies normally. King Arthur was no exception. I remember that the end of King Arthur was in a war. The Great Battle of Camelot. Having unified Britain with no outside enemies to defeat, King Arthur faced an unexpected enemy in the end. The enemy was her own army that she protected. Because of a betrayal by the ones she's trusted, King Arthur was attacked by the knights she had fought with, and it is said that the king had to defeat them. King Arthur succeeded in defeating the enemy leader, but took a fatal wound in the process, and entrusted her only surviving knight, Sir Bedivere, with the return of the Holy Sword. Go past this bloody battlefield and the hill. There should be a lake there. Throw this sword into that lake. But Bedivere could not follow the order. Fearing the loss of the sword, Bedivere gave a false report, the first and second time, saying that he had thrown the sword into the lake. Every time, King Arthur would order Bedivere to throw the sword away, and the order was followed on the third trip. It is said that King Arthur died after ascertaining that the holy sword had been returned. But anyway, what are you gonna do now, Shiro? And then Tosaka suddenly glares at me. About what now? About that dangerous child who's asleep right now? You're the one who brought her here, even though I told you to leave her behind. I would like to comment on that as well. Even though she has lost Berserker, Iliasville is a dangerous master. It is not a wise decision to protect her now. Yeah, you can just leave her in Kirei's care. The two judged this a good time and glare at me together. That's right, Ilia fainted after Berserker disappeared. I couldn't just leave her be, since she showed no sign of waking up, so I brought her here. Tosaka and Saber objected, so I was the one who carried her. Master who loses their servant has to run away, or go to the church for protection before they're killed by other masters. Tosaka says we should let Kotomine take care of her, but I'm letting her sleep in a room here, since I don't think he would take very good care of her. Shiro, your thoughts are honorable, but it's dangerous to associate yourself with Iliasville. You still have time. You must let the church take care of her or remove her command spell. Saber glares at me. She's serious. Convincing her will be really difficult. What? We couldn't just leave her? Ilia is still a child, and she was acting strangely too. And I'd feel sorry for just leaving her in Kotomine's care. Feel sorry? How can you say that after what she did to us? I agree. You feel too much empathy for Iliasville. She tried to kill you many times. The two are even more united now, but can't let me talk them out of it. Ilia was certainly our enemy, but she didn't have any malice. Ilia won't do that sort of thing again if there's someone there to tell her what's right. I think I said this at the beginning. I'm not fighting to kill other masters, I'm just fighting to end this war. I know that, but... Saber doesn't agree, but her voice softens. But... I see. Then you're saying you'll forgive everything Iliasville did. I'm sure you know that she's attacked other masters as well. She might have killed several masters already. You're saying you'll save her in spite of that? That's right. Ilia admitted it. She killed Shinji. Shinji used Rider to try and kill the students at school. If those were his intentions as a master, I guess his death couldn't be helped. But still, Shinji is a friend I've known for years, and thinking about his sister, Sakura, can't forgive everything Ilya did. But then there would be no end to it. If Ilya isn't a master, and if she can regret what she did, I think we should save her. Yeah, that's right. But Shiro, I have no intention of forgiving her for Archer. She killed my Archer. Everybody freezes. We freeze looking at each other. And... Come on, servants disappear in the end anyway. You're a failure as a master if you worry about that sort of thing. The girl under discussion who should be asleep appears. Ilyasfil. Hold on, I have no business with you two. I don't intend to fight, so you two can stop being angry. Blech. Really, I'm embarrassed as a lady. You're much older than me, but you have no modesty. Ilya shrugs her shoulders as if to show her shock. What? Saber and Tosaka get mad together. They are scary. They are scarier in a different sense. Well, I won't get angry about that either. This is no time to worry about you two. Saying that, Ilya turns to me. Is this an illusion? Ilya pinches the end of her skirt in a polite manner and bows to me respectfully. Ilya? I thank you, Master of Saber. I thank you from the bottom of your heart for your concerns towards me, who is your enemy. I stare at Ilya in surprise. Saber is silent as well, so she might not have expected it either. Tosaka is drinking milk and looking at Ilya suspiciously. And then, Ilya gets her usual smile and... Just kidding! Yeah, Shiro is my brother. She comes straight for me and hugs my neck. I choke at the surprise attack. What? Tosaka's choking on the milk she's drinking. Saber gets mad, but keeps a straight face. Get away, you impudent! Saber runs to me, but Ilya spins around behind me, using my neck as a fulcrum. Who's the impudent one? A servant is 100 years too early to give me her opinion. I have no obligation nor desire to obey you. If you have time to talk, if you have time to talk back, get away from Shiro right away. I'm not listening to you. Hey Shiro, let's do the things we did yesterday. It's called a piggyback ride, right? Ilya twirls and twirls. Saber goes around to try and catch her. This is bad. This is really bad. The two stare down doesn't end. Must be because she's watching from a distance. Tosaka wipes the milk off her mouth as if nothing is happening, and says in a disinterested manner, "It's of no concern to me, but hold die if you keep that up." Huh? The two look at my face in surprise. Yes, my neck is being choked and my life's in danger. I'm in a real pinch right now. I think that's gonna be the end. I did not expect Ilya to be living with us. I don't know what I was expecting to have happen to her, but it wasn't that. So, anyway, I guess with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.